You guys.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, you guys.
This is the most insane thing to ever happen.
We just like, you know when you're in shock and so you just laugh.
That's where we are right now.
I'm Kat.
I'm Abby.
Welcome to Swift Lore Podcast, where we dive into the lyrics and lore of our Lord and Savior, Dr. Taylor Allison Swift.
Absolutely, that's why we're here.
And we got a special guest this week, so listen to the intro and we'll be back.
Abby and Kat were born in 1997 and became best friends when they were 6. Grew up together and started a band and bonded over music ever since. 20 years later, they are all grown up and spend their free time analyzing lyrics. Now here they are talking all about their Lord and Savior, Dr. Taylor Allison Swift. Taylor, if you're listening, we love you.
Bitch!
Bitch, you thought.
We get like max 400 listens an episode on average. You think Taylor Swift does? Her last interview was for Time Person of the Year.
She will go straight from that to Swift Lore.
Yeah, we were clearly the same level of critical acclaim.
April Fools, guys.
April Fools.
So for those who are listening to this episode not on April 1st, 2024, the title of the episode was originally Interview with Taylor Swift.
Because we're pranksters. I also would like to say you're welcome for making this the bit, because originally the bit was going to be covering the songs from Cats. So you're welcome.
So today we're not interviewing Taylor Swift. We're going to be covering the songs that notoriously Kat and I both hate.
So I will be doing Stay, Stay, Stay.
And I will be doing Me. Hee hee. So there we go.
So that's and before we get into it, I had some notes. It just says male manipulator because I have a funny story. I went to see Fall Out Boy over the weekend.
Yes.
And there was 3 openers. The first opener, Games We Play, so good, so fun. You could tell that he was just having like such a good time up there. And like he got the whole arena into it, even though he was the first opener. The second openers, I won't say the name because I didn't really like them, but I think the story is really funny. So they come on stage. Me and my friend had taken a little bit of an edible beforehand, and so it's kind of kicked in. I'm feeling a little sleepy because we had gone out the night before for my birthday. And so I look at my friend and I go, the lead singer looks like a male manipulator. And then I fell asleep sitting up during their 45-minute Screamo set. I woke up in between every song to clap, and then I went back to sleep.
I'm so glad you brought this up because I need to talk about how iconic Kat was for her birthday. So I was not at the Fall Out Boy concert, but you know what I was there for?
Oh God, what did I do?
It's the night before your birthday. We're in the hotel. It's 10 p.m.
Oh my God, I forgot about this.
It's 10 p.m. We're trying to go to bed and watch a movie because we're adults.
My last night of being 26, I'm like, it's time to be a bitch. There was these kids in the hall that were unsupervised. They were probably like 9 or 10. So like they're old enough to be like loud and annoying and like have it not be cute anymore. Like if a 5-year-old's loud, I'm like, that's the parent's fault. At like 9, I'm like, that's kind of on you. So they're being loud. It was probably like 15 minutes at least of them just running up and down the halls, screaming. And it's like, I waited until it was 10 p.m. because I was like, okay, that's like quiet hours. If their parents cared about them being dicks, like this would be the point at which they would pull them. They had not. It was a couple minutes after 10. I'm like, should I call the front desk? I'm hemming and hawing. And then I go, no, I'm feeling confrontational. And I get up and I open the door and I stick my head out and I go, you guys need to be so much less annoying than you are being right now. You're being so obnoxious. And you have to stop. It's so annoying. And then I shut the door and they did not make another sound.
Immediate silence.
Just, and then I shut the door and I was like, that's how you talk to kids, right? And apparently it is.
It is. It was direct. It was to the point. It sent the message it needed to send and it was effective. So that was how Kat rang out.
That was my last night of 26. It was me. A little Prosecco drunk in a hotel.
And the rest of our girls' trip went really well.
It was so fun.
Nice.
It was a good time. Love New Paltz. It was torrential downpouring for most of my birthday, but it stopped when we went out, so that's okay. Let's get back to talking about Taylor Swift.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
To preface this, these are in fact songs that we skip often. Not that they're not good songs, but we love to make fun of them more than we like to listen to them.
Well, the thing about it's a meme on this podcast how much Kat hates me and how much I hate Stay, Stay, Stay. So we're covering the opposite. Like we're covering the one that the other person hates. And like, I don't like Stay, Stay, Stay. I have listened to it one time. I really, really disliked it. And I can't even tell you why. All I remember is the chorus.
It's probably because it kind of sounds like it'd be royalty-free music on YouTube in 2011. I'm so sorry, Taylor.
But me sounds like I'm in a Target commercial in 2016.
We're just all in liminal spaces.
But Me is notoriously Kat's least favorite song. I was always pretty ambivalent about it, and I gotta say, after having researched it, I now don't like it.
The Brendan Urie of it all. So all this to say, if you want to hop in our comments and defend the songs, you can do that. Probably not going to change our minds, but you know what? Maybe you will. And also, like, if anybody has positive associations or like memories or loves these songs, we're not telling you that you can't like these songs. We're just saying we skip them.
Yeah,
usually.
I'm not going to say that it's a bad song, that either of them are bad
Taylor's
songs.
never written a bad song.
No, and
they just aren't our cup of tea.
Right. I personally
I was going to make us
don't
tea
love
and
them.
I forgot.
That's okay.
Abby has listened to Stay, Stay, Stay literally one time that she has memory of. I've listened to it many times because I am an album completionist in terms of my listening style, where I listen to a lot of albums front to back.
I listened to Red Taylor's version all the way through when it came out, and that's how I listened to this song. And I didn't love it. And I've skipped it every other time.
All right. And here's Stay, Stay, Stay. This song is track 9 on Red and Red Taylor's version. It was solo written by Miss Swift herself. Sorry, Dr. Swift. And then on Red Stolen version, it was produced by Nathan Chapman. And then on Taylor's version, it was Christopher Rowe. And Taylor co-produced on both those as well. This song was on the Red Tour set list, the only Taylor tour that has not been recorded and put on the internet professionally by her. Not mad at all. I'm not mad at all about that. It's fine. And this was also a surprise song on the Eras tour on July 29th of 2023, paired with All the Girls You Loved Before. So just a really boppy night for songs. This was the guitar song.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I feel like it would be a good surprise song because it's like fun and dancey.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's so funny because my personal connection, I just wrote this song is fine.
It's fine. I think it's because like Taylor Swift's music, usually fine is never an adjective I would use to describe it.
Yeah. This week is fine.
This song is fine.
My overall lyrical analysis, Taylor heard repetition is the key to remembering things and used it to try to get her boyfriend not to dump her. Slay. I'm pretty sure we almost broke up last night. Not off to a good start. Taylor always sets the scene. She is setting the scene, but not in a good way. I also think that like the bounciness and happiness of the song really takes away from how toxic this relationship clearly is. Because like if you put it in the larger context of Red, like Red as a whole is about this super toxic relationship. I'm like, this is the high highs that you're staying for?
That you're staying for?
This is what you're staying for? Girl, please love yourself. I threw my phone across the room at you. No.
Don't do that.
Don't do that, Taylor.
Taylor, stop.
Stop being toxic. Please, like, throwing things at your partner during a fight or throwing things while fighting with your partner is, like, not cool. No. Like, I'm laughing, but it's genuinely, like, if you do troubling. That, stop, because it's, like, threatening violence.
Yeah.
I was expecting some dramatic turn away. Yeah.
If
I was in a fight with somebody and they threw something, I would be the most dramatic bitch during that turn away. I would do a look back over the shoulder, single tear rolling down the face.
Yeah, for real.
And instead, this boring ass man just stayed. I mean, if it was Taylor Swift, I get it. Who could ever leave me, darling? But who could stay?
You know what I thought of in the car on my way here?
What?
He was running after me. I was screaming, stay.
We just need to do like a Rickroll style, but it's just stay. It keeps popping up. This morning I said we should talk about it because I read you should never leave a fight unresolved. Relationship advice queen, that's fair enough. You should talk about it if you get into a fight bad enough that you're throwing things.
Well,
Or you could just break up.
okay, I don't...
And that's when you came in wearing a football helmet and said, okay, let's talk. Objectively a good bit. However, your partner should not feel that they need headgear to have a discussion. Like, clearly also you're not over it enough to talk about it. You're walking in with a football helmet. But like, yeah, no, I assume that this exact scene happened.
I think that Travis Kelce does it for the bit.
I think that Travis Kelce absolutely has brought this up
As a bit?
I'm just imagining like the first time that they got in a fight, just the next day he just rolls up and he's like,
Let's talk. I'm ready.
stay.
Mm.
Repetition is the key to remembering things. That's like a saying that other people say, but the way that I know it is my 9th grade English teacher, Mr. Brazier, shout out, love you. He would say repetition when we'd be like, why are we like doing the same vocab over and over? He'd be like, repetition is the key to remembering things. And he would just keep saying it for like a full minute straight until all of us were like, we get it. And like, do I remember most things from that class? No, but I remember that repetition is the key to remembering things. And also, he's the one who got me to Shakespeare. Spear looked up. That's so cute. Mainly because nobody else understood Romeo and Juliet except for me, and I have a superiority complex. I've been loving you for quite some time.
Mm.
No notes. That's just the line. You think that it's funny when I'm mad.
Does he?
It's so cute when men devalue women's feelings.
Oh. Uh-huh.
I love when you're expressing emotions and the men are like, oh my God, you're so cute. And it's like, I will stomp on your throat. That's if I'm ever mad and if I was ever mad, this has never happened to me because I'm not cute when I'm mad. But if I was ever mad and someone was like, you're so cute when you're angry, I'd feel like you're not going to be able to see anymore.
I believe that. And I would burst into tears. So we got two kinds of people going.
If somebody told you were cute when you were mad, you would just start crying?
Yes, I would.
I love you.
Doesn't take much these days.
That's so fucking real. But I think that it's best if we both stay.
Do you?
Is it? That's literally my note was, is it best?
Oh, Lord.
Isn't it?
Isn't it? Yeah, I for sure hate this song. For sure I do.
Before you, I only dated self-indulgent takers who took all their problems out on me. Fucking roast. And also justice for Taylor Lautner. Sorry, Lautner.
Oh, yeah. I realized that after our episode. We were saying it wrong the whole time.
I think that I didn't know it until after our episode. That's how
I forgot.
I'm pleading
It's
for
like
it.
how Lindsay Lohan is Lindsay Lohan, and I forget. I'm so sorry.
It really be like that sometimes.
Yeah.
But you carry my groceries, and now I'm always laughing. Like, I get it that it's cute when you can do like little domestic stuff together, but there's still a couple of red flags that we might need to bleach out or something, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe just get more towards like a pink. They don't even have to be green, you know?
Oh, I thought you were going to say that, like, turn the red flags to white flags and give up.
That would have been much better. I was just talking. I didn't have a note for that. I was just like, we gotta work on that shit.
When you said give the red flags some bleach, I was like, okay. And then I realized you weren't even thinking that way.
You know what? Both of us together had one cohesive thought, and I think that's why this podcast works.
For sure.
And I love you because you have given me no choice but to.
Oh, God.
It's giving Stockholm. And also, I forgot to look up the quote from Pride and Prejudice because I'm a fake English major and I've only seen the 2005 film. I have not read the book. I'm sorry. I don't like romantic literature. I'm a hater. But like when Darcy first proposes and he's just like, despite everything about you and the fact that I don't like you and your mom is an annoying bitch and you're poor, I love you. Let's get married.
You know what's wild is that is the exact quote. You got it right on.
Wow. Am I a genius? No.
You're 27.
I'm 27 years old. I have no prospects. I'm already a burden on my parents. They don't even listen to my podcast. But yes, that's what that line makes me think of. Is Pride and Prejudice derogatory.
Derogatory.
And then the chorus is exactly the same the second time. And now the bridge where she's like, it's kind of like when you're talking to your friend about somebody that you're dating that sucks, and you're saying these details about them, and then you're realizing that your friend's face is slowly turning towards they're about to talk you into breaking up with your partner. And so this bridge is the moment where you're like, no, like, here's all the good things.
Mm-hmm.
You took the time to memorize me, my fears, my hopes, my dreams. That's cute. He knows your dreams. I just like hanging out with you. Honestly, kind of a slay. I do nothing 95% of the time except for like bop around my apartment. So like I do need somebody who's just gonna hang. All those times that you didn't leave, the gold standard for a relationship. When you personally are kind of shitty and your partner doesn't leave,
right?
Green flag.
No.
Under duress, I say. It's been occurring to me, I'd like to hang out with you for my whole life. That's like it kind of reminds me of Paper Rings in the like casual love song, but like this is so much worse than Paper Rings.
Yeah.
I feel like Stay, Stay, Stay and Paper Rings were written from the same mental place, but one was a healthy relationship and one was not. And
I actually like Paper Rings.
That too.
The other difference.
That too. And then we have the chorus changed slightly. So it's stay and I'll be loving you for quite some time. So instead of like I've been loving you, I'll be. I don't know why I was fighting that burp. I don't know, like it's like the fucking John Mulaney bit where he's like, it's like, why didn't I just stop for 10 seconds? Anyways, now that I've drawn attention to the burp, let's move on. So in I'll be loving you for quite some time instead of I've been. So it's like she's shown the past.
Oh my God.
I can't get through this fucking note. Abby's like having a crisis over the editing.
That's some help.
Okay, I'm going to try this. Third time's charm. I'm making sure all of my bodily functions have normalized.
Can't with you.
And I'll be loving you for quite some time. So I'll be like future tense instead of I've been loving you. So now they've got the past proof, and then this is like the future promise. No one else is going to love me when I get mad, mad, mad. Taylor, I don't think that's a healthy way to think about ourselves. Also, saying no one else is going to love me, very not a good thought.
Okay, but they say the same thing in Me. We'll get there, but anyway, I hate it. Thanks, I hate it.
I mean, the thing is, I feel like she talks a lot about like her own personal hangups and how they impact her in relationships, but usually it's not brushed off so brazenly, so it's like easier to deal with. I feel like it's more relatable in something like Peace to me than Stay, Stay, Stay. Maybe because I've never thrown something during an argument.
This song doesn't ever own up for what it is. She doesn't realize what's happening in the song. I think that's why I dislike it so much.
That makes sense. She doesn't have like the self-awareness, which I mean, in the context of Red, that does make sense.
It makes sense.
It makes sense that this is like, because this song is just her trying to justify staying in a shitty relationship, because she's like, you know my dreams, and you said you love me. So I think that it's best if we both stay. It's giving we should stay together because it's probably the best we can do. It's not really it. I think that it's best if we both stay. Like, anytime that someone says like, oh, it's for the best, usually not a positive thing.
No.
I say, as someone who signs all of my emails best wishes, which I'm going to say it's the best email sign off in a professional setting. It's got a little whimsy, but it's still positive. And I don't use an exclamation point.
I mean,
a girl boss win.
Meanwhile, in my emails, I sign them warmly.
That is so correct for you. I expect nothing less.
And you know what's wild is I got that sign off from a former therapist.
It's funny because I got mine from a former professor.
Really? That is so on brand for both of us. Amazing.
Incredible.
I love this for us.
My final note for the song. when Taylor at the end laughs and says, "That's so fun." Like, yeah, the song is fun, but what about the glaring red flags of relationship issues?
Yeah, here's the thing. I had no fun listening to that.
I had a little bit of fun, but not in the way that she was having fun.
Right.
I was having fun derogatory. So my discussion question, I just have the one. Have you ever stay style convinced yourself to stay in a relationship that was clearly doomed?
Yes, I have. Of course, you've been there.
I sure
You've
have.
seen it. That was a pointed question. What do you mean, have I ever stayed?
See, the thing is that I was only thinking about myself when I wrote the question. It was not even meant to be a call out due to the fact that I have memory issues.
I love that. I remember that one boyfriend I had where it was pretty on again, off again, and I approached you and I was like, I just need to know you won't hate me if we get back together. And you were like, no, of course, I'm never going to hate you. And then that was, for some reason, that was the reason where I was just like, okay, we can break up for good. I don't know how that happened.
Another girl boss win.
I don't know how that happened. I think I was just like, you know what? My friends love me unconditionally, and I'm not sure this person does.
So you had your aquamarine moment.
I really did.
Oh,
And now I have a podcast with you.
am I JoJo or Emma Roberts? It's clearly you're aquamarine.
Oh my God, thank you. You're JoJo.
Slay. That's what I wanted you to say. So now back to Taylor Swift.
Now we talk about me he, right? All right. So
All right.
me he is.
You could just say me.
Do I?
I feel like,
Me in stylized in all capital letters with an exclamation point at the end.
this is why we had false hope for Slut.
Exactly.
It's because of this song.
And also why we have no idea what to expect for Florida.
There's 3 exclamation
There's
points.
Three.
Spear, stop looking your arm.
I'm going to be really annoying about that bit. I'm just letting you guys know.
That's fine.
So this is the 16th track and lead single on Taylor's 7th studio album, Lover.
Lover.
Oh my God.
I'm just going to be annoying about it and I'm going to incorrectly use it throughout.
Okay, great. It was released April 26th, 2019, along with a music video. Don't worry. I have stuff to say about the music video.
Good.
Alrighty.
Kitten. Sorry, you'll get
Right,
there.
yes, I will. That is true. It was initially developed as an acoustic piano ballad, and then it turned into the bubblegum pop with the marching beat in the background. You can hear a little bit of that original vision in the Miss Americana documentary. You can actually get a lot of information about this song through watching Miss Americana.
Yeah, they talk about it a lot.
If you haven't seen that documentary, what are you doing?
Honestly, watching Miss Americana makes me feel bad for not liking me. It doesn't make me like me, but it makes me feel a little bit bad for not liking it.
Because she has so much joy.
She does. And the thing is, it's a very joyful song. I think that if Brendan Urie wasn't there, it'd be fine.
So my next note is that Brendan Urie's in this song. I'm wearing a Panic at the Disco shirt on purpose. I haven't worn this shirt since college.
That's valid. Listen, we've all been Panic! The Disco girlies. I have a Northern Downpour tattoo.
Listen, they've got bangers. He's in this song. He was sick at the time of recording this song, which you can also see from the Miss Americana documentary.
You can't tell from his voice, but that's because his voice is just destroyed anyways.
Taylor said that when she wrote the chorus, she was just like, I feel like this is a duet. Brendan Urie! And she just knew. And that's such a strange association for me because I wouldn't have put him here.
Either would I. Because, obviously, Panic! At the Disco earlier albums are emo.
Mm-hmm.
And then they kind of went into, a pop rock. And then, I guess, more poppy. Because this was recorded... Was it after Death of a Bachelor? Before whatever their next album is?
I think it was after... Yes, it was after because I saw Panic! At the Disco on my 19th birthday in 2016. We saw
I
Panic!
was
At the Disco.
next to you.
All right. Yeah,
Well,
you were.
making it sound like I wasn't there.
No, you were. It's just like, okay, yeah, we were both there. And he was singing songs from...
Happy saw Panic! At the Disco. I had my eyes closed the whole time. Do you see now why if somebody said that I was cute when I was mad, it would be a nuclear explosion?
So glad that you're not mad. Because I would have to go.
Who would be yelling, screaming, go?
You would.
That was almost the lyrics to Getaway Car.
Almost. Okay.
You tell we both had to go to work and be adults.
Oh my God, what a day it has been. Taylor has a quote that she basically was talking about how joyous this song is and what she wanted it to represent. And she said she wanted it to be a duet so she could show both sides of the argument. It's about individuality and confidence in a relationship. Like, you're irreplaceable. I'm irreplaceable. Let's not be insecure about this.
I think it's best if we both stay, I guess.
I guess. This song follows what's called a 50s progression or a heart and soul progression. It goes through the chords C, A minor, F, and G. It's a really common chord progression. I have used it a lot. And I'm pretty sure it's like in a specific pattern too. Don't quote me on that. But I did note.
My grandma sing that to me a lot.
Yes, that song. And I wrote down some other songs that follow that pattern. Blank Space by Taylor Swift also follows the same pattern. These two songs basically the same, am I right? But also Bleeding Love by Leona Lewis.
Bop.
Complicated, Avril Lavigne.
Bop.
Crocodile Rock, Elton John.
Banger.
Girl on Fire, Alicia Keys.
Bop.
Monster Mash.
Fucking banger to end all bangers.
I Will Always Love You.
Bop.
And You Don't Own Me. The Leslie
Which is
Gore song.
what she plays right before
she
Eras
goes
Tour.
on at Eras Tour. Yep,
And also Leslie Gore, lesbian icon.
for sure. Also, This Is Me from The Greatest Showman, which is applicable considering it's a very similar song. This is me. The most cursed smash-up. All right, so this song got mostly negative reviews. A lot of people hated it.
Spelling is fun.
Spelling is fun. Oh, I'll get there. But some people was like, yeah, it's catchy and it makes a statement, but also,
I what you were going for. Don't know if I'm buying a ticket, you know?
Right. I wrote down some notable quotes, some quotable notes, if you will. From The Atlantic, someone named Spencer Kornhaber wrote that the song has almost none of the elements that once made Taylor interesting, but it does have a dolphin screech for a chorus.
That's so mean. Say more.
It's so mean. All right. Well, we got from The Ringer, Rob Parvilla. A certain try-hard insidiousness to it.
I'm just imagining like the red door.
Insidious. Oh, meme time. Just you open the door.
And you know what? Brendan Urie is a sleep paralysis demon for sure.
Oh my gosh.
Sleep paralysis is the worst.
It
Sorry.
is the worst.
Back
It's
to
fine.
me.
Anna Gacka from the Pitchfork said, "It's not hard. Yep. It is not hard to write a better song than this."
Listen, she was putting a lot of effort into making the rest of Lover better.
True. And then someone on Reddit, I didn't write down their username, said, "This is the truth. The song is not good."
You know what? Speak your fucking truth. Thank you for your honesty.
Oh man. Anyway, those are some quotes that I pulled that I thought they're so brutal, but
God is brutal out here.
they're funny. This song in the U.S. debuted at number 100 on the Billboard Hot 100, but then ascended 98 spots to its peak of number 2 in its second week, right behind Old Town Road by Lil Nas X featuring Billy Ray Cyrus. Exactly. And with that, it became the biggest single week jump in the Hot 100's history.
How did it start at 100?
I don't know.
Did she release it on like
I
the
don't
day
know.
that they count the charts?
I truly have no idea. But in one day, it went from 100 to 2. Broke the record previously set by Kelly Clarkson's My Life Would Suck Without You.
Banger also.
So she performed this at the Billboard Music Awards in 2019. She opened the Billboard Music Awards with Brendan. Also during the finale of the 16th season of The Voice. A couple other one-offs, but then, Loverfest never happened, so it has never been performed at the Eras Tour.
Wait, for real?
Yeah, I'm almost
okay,
positive.
honestly, that's very valid of her because everybody was so mean about it. I feel like, was it really? It's never been a surprise song?
That's what I read, and I don't think it has ever been.
Crazy. Wait a minute. Yeah, no, she played in Rio. It was a recent-ish. It was in November.
Oh, so international.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was never played during the U.S. leg of the tour, but she has recently played it in Rio in November. Now that we fact-checked that, thank you for keeping me honest. Now we get into the music video, which was also released on April 26th. At the time, it broke the record for the most amount of views in 24 hours, passing Thank You Next. And she also passed her own personal record for Look What You Made Me Do, which previously was, All right. This music video starts with a snake that turns into butterflies, which represents from going to Reputation era into Lover era. Which, like, going from that album and then the first thing that the fans saw after that was hee hee hee.
I don't even remember what my reaction was.
I don't think it was good, Kat.
I doubt that it was good. The thing is, I'm a huge Lover girly. I love Lover as a whole, but just like Me and You Need to Calm Down, I think are the worst two songs on the album. And so like before it came out, and the thing is you start listening and I Forgot That You Existed is kind of like similar vibes, and then fucking Cruel Summer hits and I was like, you're telling me Cruel Summer was there and you fucking let off the album with Me?
No, that's true. I don't know. I mean, I don't love it. It's my least favorite on Lover, right? That's not a secret. Whoops, sorry. I'm apologizing to Inanimate Object yet again. I wouldn't have picked this as a single, but she did. Justice for You Need to Calm Down, though. I like that one.
I do like it. I just like it less than the rest of Lover.
I get it.
Except the song. The song's worse. Sorry, Taylor.
Sorry. I know you're listening. So the music video begins with an argument where Taylor, and Brendon Urie are both speaking French. He says, "Please calm down." And she says, "I can't talk when you're like this." And he says, "You are so dramatic." And she says, "How dare you?" And in front of our young daughters. And then she gestures to two cats sitting on the couch, which is so funny, actually.
Her little baby cats.
And then he says, "You need to calm down." And then she says, "Je suis calme."
And like, I remember seeing the behind the scenes of the Me music video with her making sure that she was saying it right, which is correct because French people are very, very determined for you to pronounce things correctly in French or else fuck you, don't even try.
And I'm really bad at French. I can't speak it, so I apologize to our French listeners.
I'm bad at it. Here I go. Je suis calme.
Even I'm offended by that.
You know what? Somebody in Montreal thought that I spoke French from the way that I said bonjour. It wasn't like that, clearly.
Kat pulls up, she goes, "Bonjour." Nick, oh my God, where are you from, Paris? I pointed out this conversation in French because when he says, "You are so dramatic," it just reminded me of that scene in All Too Well when Brandon is telling Sadie Sink, just like, "Oh my God," like you all like that sort of, it's the same sort of vibe.
Except this is in a fun, whimsical way.
It is, but the sentiment is very true. I personally hate being called dramatic or calling anyone dramatic. I don't like it. It's bad. So
0 out of 10.
0 out of 10. But when she says in front of our daughters and gestures to the cats, that's so funny. Also, one of those cats, one of the cats on set was Benjamin as a kitten.
Yes, but I think in that scene, isn't it Meredith and Olivia?
Yeah, it's not Benjamin there. But Benjamin was one of the cats on set that she ended up adopting.
Was like, "Oh, is he adoptable?" And they were like, "Yes." And she was like,
"Then he's mine."
She was like, "You're coming home. You're going to have sisters. They're not going to like you at first, but they'll get there." He's so cute. He's big boy now.
He is. One more quote. We got Chris Willman of Variety who described this music video as a phantasmagorical delight.
Honestly, the music video does slap because I don't really watch the music video because I don't like the song that much, but like
music
when
video
I watch
fun.
the music video is so good.
Yeah, it's fun. I
want to live in the world of the Me music video.
Yes.
As long as Me is not the soundtrack.
Yeah, like credit where credit is due. The
visuals
camp.
are so good.
And it's very camp.
I love, Lover as a whole era was so camp. I mean, she literally did drag.
Yep.
For like an entire video.
I love it. I love the music video.
She slayed.
In Miss Americana, Taylor was talking about how the music video, she wanted it to represent the hobbies and characteristics that make her and Brendon unique. So she was like, for Brendon, emo kids and musical theater, and then for her, cats, gay pride, and cowboy boots. And we love that.
Slay.
There's a scene in the music video where Brendon opens his heart and it's revealed to be a kaleidoscope, which is a reference to the line "Kaleidoscope of loud heartbeats under coats from Welcome to New York." Never thought of that before. There are a couple Easter eggs from this music video as well. Easter egg. That was my note. Easter egg. The album title, Lover, was guessed correctly. Taylor had basically tweeted that in this music video it was said twice and seen once or something like that, or said once and seen twice. Something along those lines, and everyone was like, what could it be? People guessed Kaleidoscope, Home, and Awesome as other alternate titles of the album, but a lot of people
Imagine it was Awesome.
I know. Who guessed that? If Taylor ever comes out with an album called Awesome,
I'd listen. I'm gonna be real.
I'd listen.
I would have some doubts going in, but I'd probably be like, you know what, that was awesome, Taylor.
Yeah, I mean, she would make
Unless
it
it was
awesome.
an entire album that just sounded like me, in which case I'd be like, everybody's gotta
Right.
have a flop era, you know?
Flop era. Lord knows I've had mine.
Oh Lord.
Oh Lord. There's a wall of pictures of chicks like the bird, but also in the music video, but also one of the pictures is of the Dixie Chicks, who are now called the Chicks, and she later collaborates with the Chicks. So
On Lover.
yeah, on Lover.
So it was an Easter egg.
It was an Easter egg. Well,
For
that's what I'm
fucking
doing.
soon
Is
you'll
I'm,
get better.
I'm talking about Easter eggs.
I know.
I know. Isn't that so wild?
That is wild.
Yeah. There's also 7 suitcases and 7 outfits in the music video for her 7th album. There we go.
Easter egg, Easter egg.
Now I finally get to talk about these lyrics, but honestly, there's not too much to say. A lot of it is, I promise that you'll never find another like me, which in itself is a decent message,
Yeah,
because you are unique and individual.
probably.
Probably. You're actually a carbon copy of someone else, and no experience you've ever had is original. So think on that. So in this first verse, she's talking about all the reasons why she might not be the best partner, but that she's like unique and fun. So she says, I know that I'm a handful. It makes me think of people always thinking that they're too much. And I have this meme saved to my phone of a guy saying, you're too much, and her saying, then go find less.
Slay.
And so I wanted to put that out there as a positive message with this positive song. Then she says, I know I never think before I jump, but I was literally like, I don't think that's true for Taylor.
So very untrue.
I don't think that's right.
I think about jumping. Is literally a lyric.
Jump, then fall. Like,
She's like, I can think out gravity. When I jump, then I will fall.
she just goes for it. And you're the kind of guy that ladies want. I wrote, as someone who dated the guy that all the ladies want, it's not the best.
You can have them.
It's not fun. But in another song on this album, Lover, from Lover, she says, I'm highly suspicious that everyone who sees you wants you. So, similar.
Fair enough.
I know that I went psycho on the phone. That line used to be, I know I said some bullshit on the phone. Phone calls and relationships are also connected in the song Stay, Stay, Stay.
She'd be throwing the phone across the room.
Genius said that, and I was like, oh my God, made the connection for us. Thank you, Genius. The next line, I never leave well enough alone. I just wrote the parallel to, in my defense, I have none for never leaving well enough alone. So there you go. And trouble's going to follow where I go. Connection to peace. Would it be enough if I can ever give you peace? Just like, here are all the things that make it hard to date me. There's always going to be drama. I don't love the drama. It loves me sort of vibes, right? Mm-hmm. And there's an insecurity actually in this verse because she's like, why are you choosing me when there are other better people?
Yeah.
And that's what confused me when reviewing this song, is I was like, it's supposed to be this positive song about how you're you and you're unique. And the chorus is kind of like that.
I mean, I think it's one of those things where when you're trying to like hype yourself up and you're just like, I'm unique and I'm different from other people and I'm a unique person, but I am also uniquely terrible.
I guess it's fine
it's
to
like
be
when
like,
you're trying to be like happy and then you're like, but then there are the horrors.
right. Well, I understand being like, I do have flaws and also I'm a badass. Like, I understand that. I just thought it was interesting how she only focuses on flaws. And then she's like, and you'll never find anyone else like me. Like, talk good about yourself, Taylor. What are you doing? So that was confusing to me. Me. The pre-chorus, she goes, one of these things is not like the others. That is a children's game. I brought up it was a kid's game because this song overall has a very like youthful, this is for the kid. Hey kids, spelling is fun. I'm not there yet. Don't talk about it yet. But there's a very like youthful, childish sort of quality to the song. So using a children's game makes sense in that regard. Like a rainbow with all the colors. I don't know why I just sounded like I was singing the song Rock Lobster just then, but here we go.
Does Rock Lobster have the same progression?
It goes, we were at the beach. Oh, I don't know. Everybody.
I know the song Rock Lobster.
I don't know. Not everyone knows that song. I don't think it has the same progression because I looked through the list and I would have probably pulled it.
Wait, low-key, it might be. It's C sharp minor, A, G, C sharp minor. Oh,
yeah,
no.
so it's not.
It's not.
So anyway, now that we've had that squared away, So it's great because then she says gay pride, and we love that for her. In April of 2019, just weeks before this song's release, Taylor donated $113,000 to a project that helps combat anti-LGBT laws in Tennessee.
I saw something earlier about how GoFundMe had to revise their policies for how big donations could be because of how much money Taylor Swift donated to different campaigns.
I'd imagine that's true.
Slay.
Baby Doll, When It Comes to a Lover. That's the title of the album. Hell yeah. I promise that you'll never find another like me. I don't like this chorus that much. I guess it's catchy. Like, yeah. But
I'm the only one of me.
okay. The chords there, the I'm the only one of me, it makes me think of like, it's like a children's song. Like, I'm sorry, but it's like,
yeah.
This would be done on Disney Channel. Derogatory.
Disney Channel post Hannah Montana era.
Yeah.
Once Disney Channel music started sucking. Because it was so good before.
It had its place in my heart. Taylor has a quote about this chorus, though. She said, with a pop song, we have an ability to get a melody stuck in people's heads, and I just want it to be one that makes them feel better about themselves, not worse. And I got to respect that. Like,
That's
that
true.
makes sense. And it would make people... It would make...
You'll get there.
It would make people feel better about themselves.
It would.
So,
It reminds me of Yes Mom by Tessa Violet, where she was like, I wrote the I love me line specifically because she was like, all of my fans are self-hating people. And I know this is the only way I could get them to say I love me.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Isn't that so
it's
cute?
sweet and heartbreaking.
Right.
So this chorus is her saying, I'm the only one of me. You're the only one of you. That's the fun of me. That's the fun of you. And then she says, and I promise that nobody's going to love you like me. That's the line
Fair
I really
enough.
don't like.
Yeah, it's like, it's the opposite of and stay.
Yes. I don't like it. Nobody's going to love you like me.
I mean, to a certain degree, I see it in a non-toxic way because it could be like everybody loves in a unique way. And therefore the way that I love you is going to be different from all of the girls you've loved before.
That makes sense. Okay. I could see that.
That's how I've always seen it. But I also see what your take is.
Yeah. I like your interpretation better, so I'll just do that. So then Brendan comes in. And he says, I thought you were going to do the scary one for a second. Brendan Urie comes in.
Brendan Urie derogatory.
He goes, I know I tend to make it about me. I know you never get just what you see. So, like, first of all, I know I tend to make it about me. Okay, everyone does that. We're all selfish in our very nature.
So we say that every episode. It's
Literally,
about me.
it's about me. I know you never get just what you see. Pretty ominous. Again, I think it's just because I'm bitter and I'm looking for more in these lyrics than there actually are.
Fair enough.
But if you look at them from an ominous context, they are ominous. You can spell
If you
ominous
make it a little spooky, you get a fog machine. This shit's ominous as fuck.
minor key, take it out of that
Imagine
50s
this
progression.
in a horror movie.
I think it might work. We could get it to work. If like a child sings it, like a scary child.
So a child.
A child. Oh gosh. Okay. So then he says, I will never bore you, baby. And there's a lot of lame guys out there. I have to point out that in the music video, he says there's a lot of lame guys out there, and then it just zooms in on one of the backup dancers or something who looks quote unquote lame, and he's just like, eh? Like, it's so camp. It is so silly.
I do love the silliness of the music video. The music video almost redeems the song.
It was fun. It was a fun watch, actually, the music video. I was there for it. And when we had that fight out in the rain, you ran after me and called my name. Very mind-coded.
True.
Also, the way I loved you.
True.
I miss screaming and fighting, kissing in the rain. I never want to see you walk away.
Love to see her come, but I hate to see her go, but I love to watch her leave. Baby, I can make your bed rock. Anyone else from 2008?
Right. Well, for me, I never want to see you walk away is also ominous. Again, I think I'm just reading into it in a negative way. I don't think I have to do that.
But I think that you made the choice, and I like it. It's a good choice.
It's just kind of manipulative. Like, no one's gonna love you like me. I never want to see you walk away. Stay, stay, stay. You know?
All same level of ominous. Ominous.
The next pre-chorus is the same, except she says, "Living in winter, I'm your summer." I've got nothing to say about that, but I'm pointing it out. And then the chorus again, which is pretty much the same, except "I'm the only one of me. Let me keep you company," which is, fine.
I like hanging out with you all the time.
Right. Yeah, that's true. All right, now let's get into the bridge. Specifically, hey kids, spelling is fun.
They bullied her so bad she took it off the album.
Literally 4 months after it was released, she was bullied so bad for this that it was taken away from all streaming and digital versions of the song. It is still in the music video.
And also, I assume, like, when new albums are pressed, it's taken out.
Oh, that I actually don't know for sure.
Is it like a debut homophobic version situation where only debuts before people were like, hey, maybe you don't say and I'll tell mine you're gay?
I would love to know. If anyone out there has the answer to that question, please reach out to us at SwiftLorePod on Instagram and TikTok.
Is this the excuse that I need to buy the vinyl of Lover?
Well, I have the CD that I just got.
Oh.
So it'd be pretty new. So we can see if it's in there. It probably wouldn't be.
We'll
find it's a newer
out.
CD. Anyway, hey kids, spelling is fun.
Fair enough.
Mickey89 on Reddit wrote, "Hey kids, spelling is fun" is the new "cause she's dead," which was the new "this sick beat."
Derogatory.
And like, they're so right for that.
Yeah, her little ad-libs. Like, I love a little ad-lib moment, but I feel like the rest of the song is so silly that making it even sillier just doesn't, it throws off the silly balance.
Well, that was going to be my discussion question, actually, because I think that...
Is there too much whimsy in this song?
Is there too much whimsy? I think that I like it. I think it's funny. I think it's cute and fun.
I think it's campy.
It's so camp, but the whole song is already camp. When you watch the music video, it is literally so ridiculous. So
I think the problem is that people were taking it too seriously, myself included probably, and that's why like so many people don't like it, because it's just like you aren't supposed to like it in the way that you like folklore.
Right. It's just supposed to be catchy and positive.
Exactly.
And I can respect it for that. I personally think that, hey kids, spelling is fun is like silly and cute, but I get the hate for it.
Yeah.
So it starts with, "Girl, there ain't no I in T, but you know there is in me." And I just wrote, "Yes, Brendan, that is true."
Spelling. It's fun.
It's fun. And then "strike the band up 1 2 3" is a silly nonsensical line because the song is in 4/4 time. So that doesn't make sense. You should say "strike the band up 1 2 3 4."
But that doesn't rhyme.
I guess.
1 2 3 feet.
It could also mean 1 2 3 4.
You just said it correctly back to me.
I'm sorry.
You're like,
I'm tired.
After
because I
3
was thinking
comes
about
4, Cat.
because I was thinking it could be, I don't know. Anyway, it could be 3 strikes you're out, but that also doesn't make any sense in the context of the song. Like, I don't know. Again, I think I'm thinking too hard. I think I need to turn my brain off. So
Freeze your brain.
yes, you
Been
can't.
on Heather's kick lately. Anyways,
Heather's is great.
so good.
Oh, Meant to Be Yours. Our Love Is God. All right. Candy Store. They're all good. Dead Girl. I'm not over it yet. Sorry, I really like the Heather's musical.
Fun fact: we were theater kids.
In case you missed it.
In case you can't tell from anything else about us.
Yes. You can't spell awesome without me. I just wrote, yeah.
That's true.
That's it.
That's how letters work for sure.
That's the song. And my discussion question we already answered. So we did it.
My hint song is "They Don't Know About Us" by One Direction.
My hint song, "What Does the Fox Say" by whoever sings that song. You guys all know it.
Ding, 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 ding,
I
ding.
feel like I should know who sings the song and I should credit them appropriately.
You know, that guy.
I'm singing actually the Glee cast version.
That's correct. So, give us a rating and review, unless you're mad about the prank, and then don't. Maybe cool off a little, but you put on your football helmet.
We'll see you on the field.
And we'll engage in combat for that 5-star review. And also follow us on Instagram at SwiftLorePod.
And on TikTok at SwiftLorePod.
And now it's time for a crispy high five.
Absolutely. Oh no. It was a half 5. It was a high 2.5. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, we're back in it.
Spear is also a me hater. That's what we've learned today.
Spear just pee-hee-heed right in front of us.
So follow us on Instagram.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, but I had to, you know? You get it. Now you're going to have PTSD hee-hee.
Abigail.
I'm so sorry. I will stop. I will stop.
I'm not cute.
I know. I was just thinking that. I was like, we're about to get proof. I haven't
scratched me.
That scratch was already there.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Since when?
Since I sat down today. I looked at it. I saw it. I clocked it.
What scratched me? It's fresh. She probably scratched me earlier. Sorry.
It's fine.
It's just a demon possessing my apartment.
We gotta get
This is
through
what happens when maintenance comes over. Now I got demons. We were in Paris. Anyways.
We were in Paris.
We.
Anyway.
Ratatouille.
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 I'm so sorry, everybody.